Part 2. Previously on Echoed Crimes. They tried to erase Simone Wallace, a black woman, basement tenant, grocery worker. Low risk, unimportant. They called her paranoid, said it was stressful, a ghost, but she documented everything. And when she vanished, her evidence didn't. The system tried to bury it. But what they buried came back walking. Simone's final footage wasn't a goodbye. It was a warning, a carefully planted time bomb. Each stream, each whispered word, each out-of-frame flicker, coded markers of a trail she'd already laid. The SD card found in her jewelry box was just the match. The kindling? Scattered across burner clouds, Reddit posts, unsent emails, encrypted chats she only shared with two people, her cousin Deja and Maria, her closest friend. When Deja flew in from Houston for the memorial, the city barely blinked. No candlelight vigils, no front-page story, just a quiet room in a community center that smelled like floor polish and grief. Maria handed her a flash drive. "She wanted you to have this," she said, voice breaking. "She said you'd know what to do." Deja did. Simone always had a plan. She was the type who read entire privacy policies and still used two-factor authentication. She didn't trust systems. She understood them. And now, Deja would finish what her cousin started. It began with a blog post. Anonymous, quiet, no photos, just text. Title, "What Happened to Simone Wallace Wasn't Just a Tragedy, It Was a Pattern." She detailed complaints filed and ignored, patterns of misconduct, links to 3 other women, all with near-identical reports against Officer Judson. All vanished from the system. Reddit caught it first, then Black Twitter. Then someone leaked the internal affairs memo. Judson had been flagged twice, but the report was buried by Captain Harold Klein, his former partner. The file was marked, unsubstantiated, civilians exhibit instability. It was an echo, the same line used in Simone's file. And Deja wasn't done echoing back. She contacted a lawyer, an ex-prosecutor turned whistleblower advocate. Together, they filed an emergency injunction to access Simone's footage as evidence in a pattern of abuse case. The city fought back. The department called it inadmissible and manipulated. But then, Deja did what Simone never could while alive. She livestreamed, March 8th, 1 year after Simone vanished. Deja stood outside the Rochester PD building. A bitter wind whipped her braids into her mouth, but her voice never trembled. "This was my cousin's last location before she was erased," she said, holding up a flash drive. "And on this drive is the face of the man who watched her, stalked her. I walked into her home and walked out while wearing a badge." Thousands tuned in. The video hit 1 million views in 48 hours. A TikTok influencer broke it down frame by frame. A retired forensics analyst confirmed the microwave reflection wasn't just a face, it was a match. And the voice in the background? An ex-partner of Judson's confirmed it under an alias. "Yeah, that's Danny, no question." Suddenly, the system that swore it had nothing to hide scrambled to shut every door. Captain Klein retired. The internal affairs chief resigned. The precinct issued a press statement. "We take all allegations seriously." But behind the curtains, documents were shredded. Digital files wiped. A raid of Judson's last known property came up empty, except for one disturbing item, a basement wall covered in sticky notes. Each one with a name. All women, all real. Most black, 3 missing. At the center, one single word. Watch. The FBI got involved only because the footage had crossed state lines. But what they found wasn't just a rogue cop. It was a network, a whisper system of bad actors inside multiple departments using burner phones and encrypted chats. They called it silent orders. Their mission? Target vulnerable women, discredit them, bury them. Judson wasn't acting alone. He was a collector. Simone wasn't his first, but she was the first to fight back. Posthumously, Deja and Maria created the Wallace Archive, a public digital vault of every clip Simone recorded. Each frame was analyzed, geotagged, enhanced. A former police dispatcher anonymously submitted 2 additional call recordings, both of Simone reporting suspicious activity. In one, the officer mocks her after hanging up. In the other, you can hear Judson saying, "Let her scream, no one's listening." They thought they'd erased that call, They didn't know Simone kept backups in 5 different folders. Some were named after TV shows. One was titled justice.txt. Inside, a list of badge numbers and shift logs, painstakingly tracked by Simone for 6 months. The pattern was irrefutable. Then came the trial, not of Judson, but of the department. A class action lawsuit backed by the ACLU and dozens of advocacy groups, named Rochester PD, Captain Klein, and 3 others in a civil conspiracy to suppress evidence and enable abuse. Court TV picked it up. Suddenly people cared, because now it had cameras, not surveillance, not body cams, but news cameras. They listened now, not because Simone screamed, but because her story threatened powerful men. Still, no one had seen Judson until October. A gas station clerk in West Virginia recognized him. A man with a fake ID, greasy hair, gloves in 70-degree weather, paid in cash. The tip led to a cabin. Inside, burn marks, photos torn in half. And on the floor, Simone's missing second phone, battery intact. The screen cracked. Last video recorded, August 2nd, 3:11 a.m. A man pacing, muttering, "You shouldn't have talked." And then, her voice, clear, steady. "You shouldn't have watched." They never caught him, but they caught everything else. The footage, the files, the culture of silence. And when the case settled, $8.5 million went to Simone's family and the families of 3 other victims. But Deja didn't keep the money. She founded the Watch Initiative, a national watchdog group equipping women with tools to document, live stream, and archive abuse in real time. Their slogan? The Lens Remembers. Today, the duplex on Bleecker Street is boarded up, spray painted on the door. Justice lived here. Simone's face is now a mural on the side of the Eastchester Library. Below it, she warned us. She recorded it. She wasn't invisible. And at night, on the anniversary of her disappearance, someone always lights a candle on the porch. No one knows who. Some say it's Maria. Some say Deja. Others say it's none of them. Just a signal. A reminder that silence doesn't always mean surrender. Sometimes it means someone is still watching. What they buried came back walking.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Echoed Crime content. Thank you.